G'day guys, welcome to the channel. I am Pierre, this is Simple Homebrew. And you know, people who watch this channel, I'm into the iGulu brewing systems. Now these guys have been developing this for quite some time now. They gave me an iGulu F1 about 2 years ago, and I've been using it ever since. It's been on and off working a treat for me. They approached me again and asked me if I would like to promote their S1 now. So this is the S1 version of it. It's a sort of a cheaper version, but not nasty, just cheaper, built with different components to make it more affordable for you guys. If you're interested in getting an S1, I have a link down below, which is an affiliate link, which will punch money out my way, as well as get you a massive discount. So check it out. Today, I'm going to unbox, show you what it's in there, and give you an idea on what it's all about. And I'll probably brew a beer in it as well. Let's go. So yes, they are sponsoring this channel with product, and I'm happy to promote something that I know works and works well. Let's see what's in the box. We have an instruction manual with, it looks like a sticker, peel and stick. Hang on, we'll open her up. What we got? So it's a sticker that says new brew kits. There's a little barcode there so you can buy brew kits and purchase this. Oh yeah, so it's a little, it's a round sticker you can stick onto your unit so you can buy new brew kits without having to worry about finding it. That's pretty cool. I don't mind that. Cool. We have a registry for warranty card. We have the all-important instruction manual, which we should use. I've been doing this for a while now, so I have an idea on how things work. That's for the S1. We have a black mat, so that tells me if it's a black mat, it's not going to be like my white one. It's going to be a black version. So we shall pull that mat out. I'll unpack it now because I'm going to have to use it anyway when I set it up. Beautiful. Nice, aren't they? Silicon mat. We have a unit handle. Look at that, it's got the iGulu logo on it. How cool is that? The other one doesn't have that. Nice. Oh, it looks like a CO2 adapter. So that, yeah. So we can put CO2 canisters in here and attach it using the hose provided that slips in there like this, locks into place like that, and then that will go into the back of the unit just like that. And then what have we got down here? What's this do? Oh, it's just a pressure regulator. Now the canisters I'm talking about are these guys. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to screw it all the way in because I don't want to activate this yet. I don't know what that's for though. I guess we'll find out. 240 volt power supply. Now last time I got one of these units, it had a power bank that was suited for, with a plug on it, that was suited for American power points, but this is Australian, so that's good. Take that off. And here's the unit. Okay, so nothing around it. We'll pull her out and I'll get this box out of the way. Now I think I'll just pop it up on the bench and we'll have a look. Right, not heavy. Okay, we'll turn it around. And I'll take it out of this bag. All right, some things I want to point out. This unit is a affordable unit compared to, let's say, the F1. There's a couple of differences between these two units. This one here has a compressor in it, like a refrigerator, and it cools using refrigerant. And it works quite well, really well. Keeps the temperature at the right temperature constantly. This one has a thermoelectric system in it, which is a semiconductor, which will cool down about 20 degrees below ambient temperature. So if it's 20 degrees in the house or wherever you're brewing, it'll go down to at least 0 degrees Celsius. So that's how they work. They're not like a refrigerator, but they still cool just nicely. This one has a CO2 connection directly to the body of the unit with a gauge and controller on the back, where you can put a soda stream bottle on it and have CO2 injecting into your brew. Now this one does have that, using that adapter I just got with it. It does work a little bit differently though, so we'll have a look at that. All right, well, let's take the bottle out. Here you come. Oh, hang on, we'll open this lid. There you go, that's the serving pipe. Bottle's out. So in the bottle, it looks like a few items in there as well, so we'll open that up. take the lid off. You guys can't see what I'm doing there. Oh, the lid comes off. A little plastic cover on there. It's all going to have to be cleaned. These things are quite a good design, these guys. We have your PRV, your serving port, and your gas port. So you can actually put gas into it if you need to. That's what this thing is about. You have a dip tube that pops in the end. Actually, went in that side much tighter. I'll use that way. And this is pressure fermenting, this thing. It works great. It actually puts its own CO2 in. You don't have to access or add more CO2 later. We have our spare serving port by the look of it. Yeah, a spare serving port. And a tool to help open the lid. And, you know, whatever you need it for. There's obviously some other things in there you might need it for. So that's what the tool's for, so you can open the lid easier. It tells you on the other side where the little rubber seal goes on the actual lid itself, which is this thing, that little guy. That goes on the lid, so I'll do that now. I'll pop that on. They actually supply an extra one with it too, so that's it there. All right, how about we brew a beer? I brewed one on this one already, and I did an Irish Stout, and they supplied me with another Irish Stout. This bloke. So I'm gonna pour myself one of them because it's finished. Drink that while I make another one. It's gonna be awesome. Looking forward to it. Oh, look at that. I haven't actually tried this yet, so this is a new first taste. Low carbonation, which is really good for a stout. It's what they should be like. There you go. The CO2 canister just kicked in and refilled the bottle. Look at that. That's our Irish Stout. That's the first brew Irish Stout that I bought before iGulu actually contacted me to do this. Smells good. Now I use fresh water. I use filtered water here. I installed my own filtering system. It just takes out the about 98% of chlorine and chloramine and all the other stuff, and it's made a huge difference to my brewing. You know. Oh, wow. That has to age a little, but that is gorgeous. iGulu, you've done it. This is beautiful. I like it. That's really good. It's a little bit sweet, so I don't know if the fermentation had properly finished, but all the flavors are there. It's got a little bit of a bitter taste and very, very creamy flavor on the tongue with lots and lots of stout flavors. That's really good. Let's make another one. So to make another one, we need to clean these out. This is a factory kitted unit. It's pretty clean, but it's going to I can smell it there. It's going to have oils and stuff from when they were manufactured. So we need to get this clean. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to clean my serving port, my fermentation cap, and anything that's going to be in contact with the beer. Right, back in a sec. All right, so it's all rinsed out. I just need to throw some sanitizer in. This is real easy, by the way. I just got this unit just then. I unboxed it. It has only been 10 minutes since I started. I'm going to throw in some sanitizer. I've got this electric sanitizer gun. It's from Kegland. It's okay. It really needs a trigger that's momentary rather than continuous. Because a lot of time you forget to turn it off. So I'm just fully sanitizing this with a sanitizer that I use all the time, which is Stellarsan. And I just want to get every surface touched on this so that it is fully sanitized. And of course, I'm going to sanitize the tube and everything else while I'm at it. Like that. Pop that in. Luckily with this gun, I can actually dart it in the butt of this and inject it down the system all the way through the tube. Just like that. That way everything has sanitizer in. They are all fully sanitized. I'll tip the sanitizer out of this. It's been more than 30 seconds, so that's more than enough. And the stuff I use is food safe. So you can actually ferment without rinsing. It's actually really good. So I'm going to go to the kitchen where I have filtered water in, and I'm going to fill this up to the max line. No, sorry. I'm going to fill this up to this 116 ounce line. And once I've done that, I'll come back and show you what else I do. Now that's done. It's filled right up to the 116 mark. That's ready to put the ingredients in. In the ingredients pack, this one, there's all the ingredients you need. It pretty much says on the back all the brewing steps you need. It says prepare and clean the iGulu system. Put a lid on that so no bugs get in. At room temperature, fill up to this 116 ounce mark. Second step, add hop extract and stir in well. Add malt extract, sugar, and mix well. Sprinkle in the dry yeast, seal it, use the RFID, and off you go. That's as easy as that. So I didn't put your hop extract in first last time. I didn't see why. I didn't really pay attention to the instructions, but today I will for you guys. So we're opening the pack. We take out the stuff we need, which is everything. It's got traditional dark CBW concentrated brewer's wort, product of the USA. One of those. We've got stout style sugar. We've got another stout style sugar, which is 100 grams of each. And everything else in the pack. So that packet is empty. And we now look at that. And that's the RFID. This is a unique code for the actual stout for the unit to read so it knows what to brew it, how to brew it. Right here is the hop extract. And they say to put that in first. So I'll pop that in now and we'll stir it up. Now, warning, do not taste this. It is sour. It is hard on the tongue. I tried it. It's awful. Don't do it. All right, that's in. It says to now put in your brewing sugars. Now we'll open up the packet of the brewing sugar. So it's a stout style sugar with 2 of these. I'll pop them in. One. Two. And we'll also put in our traditional dark malt. I'll open it inside here. Heaps easier. Pour that in. All right, slow down. That's it. Put the lid back on. That is all of our ingredients placed into the bucket. All this can be placed in the bin. And we shall now give it a bit of a swish before I put the yeast in. Now the max mark is up. It's up to the max mark now. Before I do a swish, I'll pop this cap on. Make sure that the lid doesn't pop off while I'm in the middle of doing the swish. Just like that. Lid's down, everything's tight. Quick stir. Look at that. Getting oxygen all the way through, swishing everything around, making it nice. So, dissolving most of the sugars anyway. Quick bit of a break. Oh, that's good. It's not bad at all. Take the lid back off. Now, where's that tool? That's a tool they provide to lift the lid. How do they do that? Is that here? Okay, yeah, the lids are a bit hard to get off, but they need to be sealed real well. That's why they are. Okay, let's enter the yeast into the system. Give me scissors. One. Just going to sprinkle it on top. This is 7.7 ounces, 2 grams. There's not much there. I'll put 4 grams in there. How about that? That's it. That is mixed and ready to go. Great fun. Just noticed a little arrow here. I wonder what that's for. Anyway, okay, let's set up the unit, turn it on, see what it does. I'm going to power up the unit. Let's see how we go. All right, let's do it. All right, iGulu. How cool is that? It's on air at the moment. English is what we want. Barcode, where's my phone? Okay, so it's found the S1 fermenter. So I've gone into the iGulu app and it's found my S1 fermenter. Tap to select the device, which I've done. Connected. Confirm. Set up Wi-Fi. Now you don't need to see that. I'll do it myself now. Now I've got into my device Wi-Fi and it's now connecting. Connection successful. Cool. Pump off, air pump off. Current temperature doesn't know. Go to update. Right, needs to update this system. Any language, units, upgrade. Searching for an upgrade. Okay, you search for an upgrade on the unit itself. Yes. There, you start downloading an update. By the way, I probably should put the handle on while it's doing that. Well, it looks like it's ready to go. Let's log back in. Cancel. I did find that in the iGulu systems, if you use their app to upgrade, it doesn't want to do it. It doesn't seem to like it. Okay, I'm going to proceed to put my brew in. All right, first juice, let's have a go. Shove it in here. This is your gas pipe. That will be placed. So just got to quickly pop sanitizer in that. Don't want that to spoil the beer. That goes on there. And the other side is your pressure relief valve for PRV. I am not connecting this one. This is the serving port at the moment. I don't need to. It will be connected at a later date when I need to serve the beer. That's when it's going to happen, not at the moment. So that's all good. So we're ready to go. All I have to do now is pop the lid back on. Like that. Get the RFID code. Pop it against the iGulu G. And that will tell the unit what fermentation stage it should go through. So let's put it on. Irish Stout, there we go. So yes, there you go. So 22 PSI, Fahrenheit is the wrong setting. Avoid CO2 during TO2s during brewing. Yeah, 69 Fahrenheit, I've got to change that. And that's a little hard to see, but we've got 22 degrees Celsius at the moment. We've got 3 degrees Celsius, 22 PSI, 10 PSI. I don't know what that means. It means what it's going to ferment at, I think. And at the moment, we have no CO2 connected, so it's detecting it's going to be in air. Void CO2s during brewing. Doesn't give you an option anyway. There you go, 21 degrees at 0.2 PSI. It's got 15 days to brew. Now, see how easy that is to do? I mean, what do you want? You can make kombucha with it. You can make white wine if you want to. You can make anything you like and ferment anything you like in there. You can even make cheeses or fermentables, any kind of fermentables in it. You can manually adjust the settings if you go into professional mode, and you have no issues at all with these units. They're well worth using. I mean, imagine making like a cheese or something like that. Just ferment it and go for it. It's great. If you guys are interested, I have an affiliate link down below. It will give you a high percentage of discount and also support my channel. Click on that affiliate link if you're interested in a unit. They are great. Give it a go and see how you like it and let me know how you go. In my Facebook account, the Simple Homebrew group, I have over 50,000 members. We are going to hold a competition for one of them or one of you to win one of these units. So keep your eye out for that. And I'll let you know in the future when it's coming up. Cheers guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great one.